Hey everyone, welcome back to Glitz and Glitter. So I have a clock to do for you guys today, a new mold that I just got in not too long ago. But before that, I got a few packages in the mail, and this isn't like, I mean, it's a lot, and you guys are so generous, but it doesn't take my whole counter, so I'm going to show you really quickly what was sent to me. So Karen Robbins must have heard me say that this was my favorite color wheat for a cream because this came in the mail today. So that was so thoughtful of you. Thank you so much, Karen. I love it, and I'm so glad you sent that to me because mine's almost gone. And then Georgia Blevins, who has sent me a couple packages last week. She's the one who sent me all those washi tapes that I used recently. Well, she sent me a big box. Let me show you what she sent. She sent me tons more of washi tapes. This one I have never seen before, and it's like what's the word, a texture to it on the edges. And this is called, I don't know what it's called, Beautiful Pink Butterfly. And I'll open one for you because I thought this was really pretty. Look at that. Look at the edge. It's like a scalloped edge. Let's open it right here. This isn't the only kind she sent, but this was an interesting one. See how that goes? That would be really pretty on like edges of something. So there's 6 colors of this kind in this package. And then she sent me, of course, with Dawn in mind, patriotic washi tape. So he definitely saw that first when the box got open. He's like, hey, what's that? I'm like, it's washi tape. What are you going to do with it? So this one here, let me see how to open this box. Grab a knife. I have so many projects, you guys. Everybody sends me all this stuff. I can't get to it fast enough. Oh, this is pretty. This is like a lacy washi tape. So thick and thin and tan and white. This would look good on cake decorating. Too bad it's not edible. That's really pretty. Okay, so that washi tape. And then another box filled, packed to the brim with all different kinds of flowers on the washi tape. You guys need to start giving me some ideas what to use washi tapes on. Look at this box, is just jam-packed full of tapes. I mean, I love them and I want to use them all. I just need some ideas because I'm going blank other than like tumblers, and I don't want to just do tumblers with washi tape. So those are the tapes that came in the box, and then she sent me some other stuff. So this big package came in here, and this is like bead molds to make your own beads. So I guess with like extra resin, I'm going to be pouring beads, all different shapes and sizes. I've never had a bead mold. I wonder how you even get this out of there because that looks really closed. Have you guys used these? Oh, see, this is open. This one's partially opened. So there's all different shapes and sizes of these bead molds. See how that's closed in? Is that normal? Like, how do you get the bead out of there? Is it hard? Huh. Good question. So this came with tons and tons and tons of bead molds. And on top of that, she sent the makings. Once these beads are made, she sent these long, like keychain holders, I guess. Sorry for the packaging, you guys. And then you would string the bead on this bar, which would be really cool. So yeah, I'm excited to do that. And then this huge bag of like tassels for your keychains. Got some jump rings in here, and then these really fun pom-poms that have, where did I see it? They have like a little rubber band to put on your keychains. So look at all these colors. This thing is jam-packed with colors. So that was so sweet of you, Georgia. You're always thinking of me lately. I really appreciate it. I'm just going to set these aside, and I will definitely be doing these on a video, but I have to get some beads made first. So as soon as I have some extra resin, I will be pouring some of the molds. However, today, I have a new mold, and I have these. Actually, first I'm going to do this. Do you know what this is going into? I need those 2 cups. That is going into the hand mold for Shauna. And we're almost done. See what's left? Maybe 2 ounces. So I'll put another ounce in there today with these 2 different mica powders. And I was going to do this clock, but I got this one in, and this one is like massive. Look at the size of this compared to this one. This holds 10 ounces. This holds 40 ounces. I have this in 3 shapes. I have one sitting here. This is a heart shaped, and it's a clock mold. So this one would actually sit on its side. And then I have another heart shaped one, which I didn't bring with me, and it's cut off right here, so it would sit up like this. But I wanted to do this one, I think, today. Well, now that I think about it, since I'm putting flowers in there, maybe I'll do a heart one. I measured the heart ones. They hold 40 ounces as well. I'm going to go grab that other one real quick. 1 second, you guys. Sorry, I got to open this one too. Got these off of Amazon. So this is that one. I'm wondering if this would be better with flowers in it since it's a heart. I think we're going to do this one. And actually, this one looks bigger than this one. Maybe it's not. I did not measure this one. Obviously, I just took it out of the packaging. So we're going to go with 40 ounces. But before I just pour 40 ounces, I'm going to do my deep pour resin in this one. I want a layer on the bottom to coat it so none of my flowers are going to penetrate through. So I'm going to throw the first layer on and let that cure. And then I'm going to do, maybe not let it fully cure, but I'm thinking like when it's tacky, I'll pour my deep pour on and get these. These are made of paper. And I threw some UV resin on some of the petals to see how much color change it would be. And they're going to change color, but not drastically. See this petal that's darker? So I'm going to definitely have to dip. I think I did this one too on one of these petals. One of these I did just to test. But regardless, the ones that I did test, they changed a little bit, but not horrible. Now I can't find it. So obviously it didn't change that badly because I don't know where it's at to show you. Oh, this one right here. So I did that bottom petal, and it's really, really similar. So they're not going to change that bad. So let me get a little bit of resin mixed up. I'm going to pour some in the hands and then pour the rest in the bottom of this, and then we'll move on. I'm so excited. I hope these come out good. I hope I'm not wasting these. I think I got these at either Michael's. I'm pretty sure I got them at Michael's. Somewhere in Michael's. That's where I know I got them at Michael's. So, okay, I'll be right back. Okay, so I mixed up 6 ounces of my fast cure, my 4-hour fast cure resin, because it's just going to be a small coat. Let that drain in there for a little bit. And I took out and mixed up while it was in the vacuum chamber the purple and the teal for the hand mold, which we will do over here, so then I can move it onto the other heat mat. So I think I'm going to do like I did the other day and just in the 4 corners, so it's not just on one side. Little there, little there. This should be done in the next couple of days. And then we'll see if we can get the lettering on it like she asked. Hopefully we can, I'm not quite sure. So if you're new to the channel and this is your first video, this has been an ongoing project for a mother who lost her son, and she wanted his ashes put into the hand mold, and she wanted it poured as if it was an extras, because I do give these away with all my extras poured in it. So she wanted all the layers in certain colors, which is what we did. And now we're coming to the end. So that caught you up on on this mold if you're new. So I'm just going to, since it's going to be there, let's get it flat and level. And then maybe we'll just do one color for the whole backing. Not that you're going to see all these swirls that I'm playing in, because you won't. So we'll figure out a color. Pop any bubbles and move this aside. Okay, so basically right now all I'm going to do is pour a clear coat, and I think instead of using deep pour, because you know I don't like to wait for deep pour to cure for 3 days, and I also don't want to pour it that deep and just throw flowers in, because they will have 3 days to move. So I think I'm going to use my casting resin, because you can pour that up to 1 inch thick and it'll cure in a normal amount of time. Plus I'm going to do a couple layers. So this layer is just to cover the surface, that's all. As soon as this is tacky, I'm going to come back. I'm going to do another layer, but with my casting resin. And then we'll put the flowers in. So it's not going to be a deep layer, because I don't want to give the flowers a chance to move. I'm just going to grab like a dotting tool or something with a silicone tip. I'm just going to go around these edges just in case there's a bubble. That's where they're going to want to hang out. I don't want any bubbles on my sides. So I'll go around there and also here. Get that off of there, not that it matters. It's going to be covered anyway. All right, so in probably 2 hours, I will come back and I'm going to get these situated. It's been 2 hours. I've got all my flowers separated by color, and I've mixed up 16 more ounces. So this is really tacky right now. I am going to move it out of the way carefully. I'm going to slide it or it will wrinkle, because you guys know what I'm about to do to my resin, right? I'm going to add not only my normal sparkle dust, I'm going to add a little bit of the gold sparkle dust too before I run this through the vacuum chamber, because I don't know if I'm going to use a gold face or a silver face, and I don't want a lot because I don't want to obscure my flowers. So I'm going to put very little, because the back coating I'm going to put more in. Just like literally barely anything, because this will help the bubbles disappear, well, you won't see them as much with glitter in there. And then the more you mix it in, the more it will go throughout your resin. So make sure you, if you add that sparkle stuff, make sure you mix it really well afterwards. It almost like it breaks it up and it disperses it more. I'm gonna run this 16 ounces through my vacuum chamber, and I'm gonna pour maybe half of it in, and then I'm gonna dip my flowers, I think, before I put them in the resin. That's my plan. Whether it works or not, I have no idea. But let me get these bubbles out before we begin. All right, that thing works like a champ. So I didn't pull any of it out. I just kept all 16 ounces in here. It took about 5 minutes in the vacuum chamber and all the bubbles are gone. So I'm thinking I was gonna pour half in and then dip the other half, but I think I'm going to just, being this deep, I'm going to try to dip my flowers. I don't know the best way to do it, actually. I'm thinking maybe like tweezers. Dip my flowers in here before I put them in and then pour resin. I don't know. And again, there's really no, oh, once you put it in, it's in, because that is tacky and I forgot. So I need to be careful. I can't move them around once I place them in. Now the reason I'm doing this is because it should alleviate any bubbles. Well, a lot of the bubbles. I think I'm gonna get my hands dirty today because I don't want, I don't know if that's the right thing to do because there's gonna be air up underneath these. I think I better pour some resin. I have never done this before, so bear with me. Let me put those right there. I don't want air up underneath my flowers, yet I still want to dip them in my resin. So I think I'm going to do it that way. That seems to be a little bit better. And I'm just going to kind of go color by color. There's still enough to dip in here. It's just deeper in the cup. Now remember, I'm not a florist. I do not arrange flowers that well, so I just pray everything works out because I'm not that good at this. And again, these colors are going to change slightly because these are paper flowers. I'm wanting to buy those wooden flowers. Have you guys heard of them? I see them all the time on Facebook and they keep showing them to me because I keep clicking on them when I look at them, so they want me to buy them really bad. And I think that those would be really pretty in resin. Have any of you bought them yet is the question, and do they work in resin? Because I think they're kind of just like this. This is like a really thick paper, and I'm thinking that those wooden flowers are really like thin wood, which is kind of the same thing if you ask me, but what do I know? Because I don't do flowers. Get that one in there. Let's see. I'm trying to get the big ones in first. And then I'll work around the large ones. The ones I really know I want in. I'm not saying all these are going in. I just took them all out because I don't know what I'm going to do here. Whoops. And I'm hoping all this sparkle dust will hide any of the imperfections and the bubbles that I'm making with this That's my plan. It usually is my plan. That's why I rely on glitter for a lot of things. I wish I was working up, face up, you know what I mean? Because it would be a lot easier on me. I don't want that one there. At least I would be able to see the bubbles that I'm dealing with, and you can see what your arrangement looks like. I don't like working upside down, but I don't have a choice in the matter here. Let's do a couple blue ones up there, and that should be enough because you're not going to see everything if I put it all in. I kind of want wonder if I should put one there. Oh, no, you're not going to see it. What am I thinking? You're not going to see that. The clock goes there. So I need something small here. We'll do this one. It's got a little blue something on there. Let me see if I can get it off. Not really. Wow, it's really stuck on there. There, got it. Put that there. So I'm thinking that should be good. I don't know. I'm gonna move this one right there. I'm gonna move this one over, this one up. I want one right there. Let's do this one. I bought some red, white, and blue flowers to do a clock in as well, but I was thinking I'm going to do that in my little normal clock mold that we always do. In fact, I almost did that one today instead, but then I was like, no, I want to do a new mold. Okay, I think, what do you think? You think that's enough? Or should I put, they're sticking to the first layer. So rumor has it that if you pour your second layer while the first layer is wet, let me move this way. If you pour your second layer when your first layer is wet, you shouldn't see a line. That's what the rumor is. We're going to find out if that's true. I'm just trying to squeeze a few more flowers in. Because what am I going to do with a few flowers here? I'll have to go buy more, I guess. Plus, I want it to look nice and pretty and full. I really don't want my flowers touching the sides, though. That's what I'm trying to avoid. Let me just move that one. Some of them are touching the sides, but can't help it all. Is that good? What do you think? Let's do that. So that'll take up that space. I could feel it sticking to the bottom. I'm going to put one last, I know I said one last one like 6 ago, right? So I'm probably lying. Let's do this one right there. Fill in that little spot. Am I happy is the question. Well, I don't think they're going to be moving. I could tell you that much. I think that's good. That's good. I'm going to stop. Less is more, right? Less is more. I'm just going to pour the rest of this in. So this was 16, and then there was 5. So that's what, 21, and it holds 40. So I need about 19 ounces left. So I'll probably mix up 20. And if I have extras, I will make some beads. All right, that's it for now. It's been like an hour and a half. It's pretty sticky. So I want to go ahead and pour another 16 ounces. The problem that I just realized I did, I mixed up my epoxy resin instead of my casting resin. So I do not know how this is going to react pouring it so deep. I'm not going to fill it completely up because I want to put a color on the back so we don't see all the backs of the flowers. So I did put a hefty dose of the both glitters in here, the silver and the gold, because you're really not going to see a whole lot because I put so many flowers in here. So I'm just hoping this doesn't have like a flash cure effect and discolor, because it's going to be close to an inch thick, maybe. Well, maybe not. So I guess we're going to find out how the epoxy resin does with thicker than normal. I did not run this one through my vacuum chamber because I have so much glitter in there. And you can't even see a bubble if there is any. I'm sure there's plenty of them, but I'm just saying you can't see them. So that leaves me 4 ounces. It looks like it's going to hold more than 4 ounces. Oh, that's right. I didn't measure this one. I measured the other two were 40. I'm at, what, 36 right now? So, I might actually put another clear layer. I just want just the very back of it colored. I don't even know what color yet. So I think in an hour or two, I'm gonna go ahead and put a little bit more clear in. That way I don't have a huge, thick coloring in the back, if you know what I mean. All right, be back in an hour and a half. All right, I got the hands back, and I mixed up 5 more ounces of the clear with a little bit too much sparkle dust. So I'm just gonna pour this, and I missed my point of no return because it cured too quickly because I used the wrong resin for that deep, but it didn't flash cure, it didn't turn color, it didn't turn yellow, didn't boil, so we're good. It just cured a little faster than I wanted it to. I probably could have put more in there, but at the last second, I snatched an ounce out of here because I want to try something with the hand mold. This is going to be the last layer on the hands. This has been quite a journey on these hands. All right, so I think I've decided to back the heart in the wheat color. Funny thing, I got this today, but I'm going to use mine up before I open the new one. But we'll do that on the next pour. And that's still a little thicker than I wanted the wheat color to be, so I might pour another layer of clear without you because you know how to pour clear. And then I'll pour the thing. So what I want to do with the hands, I mixed up the exact same colors that I just poured in a little while ago. I'm gonna do like a geode, and if it works, it works. It may not work because it's so thin. I should have thought of it before I poured that one in. So we're gonna do 2 colors, blue in the purple, and then I'm gonna pour the clear in the center. So I really can't put that much in because we're at the very end of this mold. So if it, like I said, if it works, it's the bottom. That would be cool if it worked, but if it doesn't, it's okay too. I don't think she will mind me trying this. So I'm just gonna pour the purple and the blue next to each other. And I may not have enough resin now that I'm thinking about it. Let me see if I could spread these out. I may have to borrow some of the clear I just poured in. Let's see if I could push. Well, we're gonna do an inner layer. I'm gonna lose one of these colors. I don't know which one it is. And I'm going to pop some clear in the center of it. And that is it. It is not gonna take any more. I'm gonna torch the back. That is it for this one. So hopefully we'll get a little kind of a cool effect on that. I have a little clear left. I think I will pour it in here. All right, that's done. And I really don't have much left of the purple or the blue, so I did really well so far. I don't know if we're gonna get an effect. I'm gonna let it be a surprise because I need my phone and I can't put you on a time lapse right now. So you're just gonna have to wait for the unmolding of it to see if it worked. And I'm not sure if I'm gonna do the unmolding today or if I'm gonna make you wait one more day for those of you who have watched. All right, that's good. All right, I will be right back. I cannot believe I'm gonna pour the last layer in the exact same day I started this massive thing. And I didn't even start early in the day, but you guys know I stay up late. But look at this. Look at the back of that. It worked pretty cool. Probably can't see it very well, can you? I don't know, but I like it. And I took the leftover, which was only like a drip of each color. And I did the same thing on a pendant. Why can't I see it? Anyway, I put a drip of clear in the center so it could get the little crackle effect. All right, what I have done, I have mixed up 4 ounces. I think that's about all it's gonna take. I have wheat color in this one. And I have pearl white in this one. And I have clear in this one. And I am going to do that in that and see what happens in a heart-shaped mold. I've never done this in a heart-shaped mold before. So we're gonna try it. Since it worked in the circle, or I'm sorry, since it worked in the hand mold, we're gonna do it in the heart mold. It's just the back anyway, so it doesn't have to be perfect. But if it gives it a little bit of interest, I'm game. So this was almost an ounce of this color around the edge. I'm just gonna push it to the edge. I sure hope I have enough resin to fill this thing up for the final pour. It's not 100% cured. It is sticky. So I don't even know if this is going to work on a sticky surface. That's a good question. I just now thought of that. I don't know if this is going to move on a sticky surface. Oh my goodness, I could just be having these circles and that would be terrible. I do see like some, no. Oh, it's kind of hard. It's not sticky. I thought it was stickier than this. All right. I didn't plan on babysitting this, but I may have to. Actually, I'm not. I'm going to make this go to the center because I don't want to have to stay up for an hour to see if I need to suck the center out. Okay, now I'm going to pour the clear to get that effect in the mica powders. Actually, it's going to take this entire 4 ounces, so here goes nothing. I probably could have put another ounce in, but it's okay. I don't need to. I didn't even need to fill it all the way up because as long as you fill it to the back portion of that clock mechanism, that's all you really need. All right, heat gun. All right, ladies and gents, that is it. See you in the morning. It's the next morning. It's time to unmold. The only 2 extras I got out of this massive pour were these 2 little pendants. And I poured them like a geode, so there is a tiny little crackle effect. You can't probably see in the camera, but I can see in person. So they came out really cute. We are going to unmold the hands first. And if I can put lettering on them, I will do that in tomorrow's video. I don't know until I kind of look at it and play around with it. All right. I can't remember how hard it is to get these out. I don't unmold them very often. Lots of layers. Look at all those layers. All right, are you ready? Time to set it aside for the extras again. And here it is. Now there are a lot of knuckles showing. I do not know if I can get lettering on that. It's very bumpy. I'll have to think about this one. But what do you think? It's got all the colors she wanted. Here's the back, which came out really cool. I'm gonna trim this back up here so there's no sharp portions. But here's the sides. I hope you like it, Shauna. I hope it's what you had in mind. So let me think about what I can do for her, and we will come back to this in tomorrow's video, if anything. All right, are we ready to do the big one? I hope that the flowers are visible. The back came out pretty cool though. All right. Da 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 da. Oh, that's not too bad. It's not too bad. They did lighten up more than I wanted to. There are bubbles in them. There's a couple bubbles that did not escape the flowers. They actually kind of look cool. I really don't mind those. You see the one up there? There's like one in each one. They just didn't escape. What do you guys think? Is it too, what do you think of the back? That came out cool too. It's very like, what's the word, antiqued, which I guess is what the flowers were anyway. So let's see if this clock fits. Yes, it does. Now the only thing with this one, this is not the same mold as the other one, so I'm hoping these clips work the same way in this mold as the other one does. So if you guys are new, these were tricky and it took me somebody to tell me what to do on these. So there's two here and there's one underneath here. And it's the two sides, it's not the top. You press these down in there, the flat part, this flat part gets pressed down in here. And then there's one up underneath the battery case. Why they have to make it so difficult to figure out, I don't know, but I couldn't figure it out by myself. So that way the battery case will fit on. Okay. And then you just basically squish it down in there. And I think the gold looks good with this because of the antiqued color. I'm thinking of blinging it up a little bit. Let's see if we could see the layers. Not really. We could see this last one because it cured too much, but the other ones kind of blend together, so that's good. And I'm going to take a nail file real quick. I'm just going to file this edge down. These little tiny bits that are sticking off from the edge. Plus, I don't want it sharp. This is available in the eBay store if it's not gone already. A lot of times these things are gone before the video comes out. So if any of you would like an antique looking clock, this one's really pretty. I just don't want anybody to cut themselves, so I don't send, not on purpose. If I have, I apologize, but I don't want anybody to get cut on that edge. I'm thinking of embellishing it somehow. So give me a few minutes. Let me think about what I want to do, if anything, and I'll be right back. All right, my friends, that took quite a while. So I took the gold rhinestones just to give it a little flash because it's so antiqued. And I put them all the way around this edge because that tiny little edge that rhinestone covers the whole like line of the colored resin. So now it doesn't look like we have a line there. So I went all the way around. Of course, I almost put them on the bottom and then realized that I wouldn't be able to sit it there. So it sits up perfectly well. I think it's really pretty if you like the antiqued look. That's it for today, you guys. I hope you like it. I'll have to figure out what's gonna go on tomorrow. All right, I will get you some pictures and I will see you guys all tomorrow. You guys all have a blessed day. Bye-bye.